Welcome back to Sipping with Manny. You know, we sipping with Manny, folks. Boom, we got an IPA, India Pale Ale. I've been sipping a few a little bit. That's why it's already halfway gone. Bam, and you know what it is? This is an IPA from Lagunitas. If you don't know what IPA is, it's an Indian Pale Ale. Those type of beers, they're very strong in alcohol, and they have a strong hoppy taste. The hops, people, are those they look like little pine cones. They look like pine cones when, you see them, I don't know, some beers picture them, I don't know why. Some beers picture them, and they look like the little small pine cone looking things like this. And, yeah, that's just what the hops are. It's an ingredient they use in every beer. And this thing, it's 6.2 alcohol. It's from, let's see where it's from. This thing is from Petaluma, California. I think I showed this one off before. I give it a high rating for an IPA. The taste is there. It booms, it hits. Very hoppy, very flavorful. Poured in a glass. That's what I recommend. Pour it in a glass. I don't sip this one out of a bottle just because you won't get the entire flavor it is. All right, folks? So pour this one in a glass. There's a few other like IPAs I would recommend to pour in a glass. Obviously, Pliny the Elder, poured in a glass. Sculpin, you can pour it in a glass. You can drink it out of the bottle or can. It's a good beer entirely. That's another IPA. But yeah, there's a lot of folks that are like, well, what's an IPA? What's an IPA? It's just, you know, it's a beer. It's brewed in a specific way. It's called the India Pale Ale. It's very hoppy. Has you go by the IBUs, and people's like, well, what's IBUs? IBU is I think it's called International Bitter Units or something. That's the way they measure. Let me try to look if it says it on here. It doesn't say, but that's the way they measure the amount of bitterness a beer has. The IBU. So if you see that on a beer, you could tell how much bitterness it has. This one right here just says malts, hops, yeast, and water, which is the 4 ingredients every beer has. Yeah, so IPAs are going to be very hoppy. If you like that hoppy taste, I do. I enjoy it. Not every day, but I do. Drink them. Drink an IPA. Hazies, boom. Next level IPA right there. Because, man, they're so delicious. They're smooth with the hops. Yeah, I don't know if you seen the picture I had a few days ago. If you scroll through the feed, I'll probably try reposting it. Scroll through the feed, you'll see it was Mr. Manager from McKellar. That was a great beer. It was, very hoppy, very smooth, very hazy. It was delish, very delish. Yeah, when you drink a beer and you want to drink a beer like an IPA, you want it really tasting good, you pour it in a glass, let it breathe. You don't want these things ice cold because it masks the flavor and the taste. Pour it in a glass, let it breathe. Pretty much letting it breathe means warming it up. You let it warm up a little bit. Let it sit there. And then or you can hold it in your hand. This is the trick. You take a sip of your beer, you hold it hold on, let me sip my beer. Let me show you. Sip your beer. Just like that. Hold it in your hand. And you're only sipping. You're not chugging these things down. Because there are a lot of alcoholic percentage in them. Don't chug them down. So what you do... Yeah, mijo. So what you do is you hold them in your hand, and when you get into the middle, like where I'm at right now, this is about the end. That's when the best taste, the best flavor happens due to the fact that you let it warmed up a little bit. And that's when you get the most flavor, the bang for your buck on an IPA. Many of the craft beers, porters, stouts, you let them warm up a little bit. That's what you do. All right, folks, sipping with Manny, you know. We sipping with Manny, folks. We're not going to hit the intro on this one, do all the effects. We're posting this up like this. Laters.